Hello, good evening, my beautiful souls, my beautiful golden souls, my beautiful by defaults. How are you tonight, my beautiful friends? How are you tonight, my golden souls? And how was your day? Did you enjoy your day, my beautiful friends? This nice spring, nice sunny days. It's really nice to enjoy every step of your way, whether you are at work or whether you are at home or walking somewhere in the nature, whatever you do, just enjoy every step of your way, my beautiful friends. And of course, celebrate the victory, my beautiful friends. We won. We destroy the pyramid of the SOULESS, AMMA, or the SOULESS, Illuminati, Satanists, and globalists, and Masons, and all those cabal and deep states, and the fallen angels and demons, and all of those SOULESS, whatever form they are, wherever they are. The SOULESS CIGI and SOULESS codes, SOULESS so-called gods, and all the saints and divine mothers of others in whatever form they are, wherever they are. And then it doesn't matter under which mask they've been hidden. We destroy them. Their pyramids has been completely fallen down. We break it into the pieces and completely destroyed our SOULESS, AMMA. And then now we are sending them straight into the hell, judging them, counting them the karmas, pain and suffering, and sending them straight into the hell forever and ever, breaking into atoms and electrons, and of course compressing the pain and suffering into every cell of their being and sending them straight into the hell forever and ever, for eternity, to burn all those SOULESS, AMMA, wherever and whatever form they are. So my beautiful friends, thank you to all of you that helping and supporting me and us, all of us, that doing a great job, and of course writing new history of humanity. So we are celebrating Ta, 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 ta. Let us celebrate, my beautiful friends. Ta, 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 ta. Ta is a symbol of victory, symbol of freedom. And of course, it's a destructive energy for those SOULESS, AMMA, and it's blessings for each and everyone else and everything. And we're returning the karma's pain and suffering to those SOULESS, AMMA, while blessing each and everyone else and everything. So those that's me in the pyramid. All the SOULESS, AMMA, whatever form they are, we have destroyed them completely on an energetic level. They've fallen down. Now they're falling down completely. Now we're just removing them completely, breaking into atoms and electrons, sending them straight into hell. And of course, by removing those into the energetic form, all of those into the physical form falling down too. We're destroying them too and sending them straight into the hell. We are now empty, taking all the codes, that the energy codes that they were making to do the bad things. So we are taking from them, breaking them into atoms and electrons, returning the karma's pain and suffering, compressing to the every cell of their being, returning back to their physical forms and activate them, so they will have to go through all the pain and suffering that ever existed, in every atom and electron there being of all living beings that there existed, that were felt, and that's where those SOULESS are planning to create. So we are returning the karma's pain and suffering, destroying those SOULESS, AMMA, in every form, while we are at the same time enlightening, healing, rejuvenating each and every one else and everything that is mine and ours, because our life. Which means, my beautiful friends, we are creating a new history of humanity. This is never happened before. This is this is once in the history of humanity that you have the chance to be a part of something huge, part of writing a new history with the golden letters, while destroying those SOULESS, AMMA, and the dark, dirty game, and destroying those SOULESS, AMMA, and the fake history, fake science, and everything is being based on their lies and manipulations. So everything that they did on this planet or throughout the entire universe, they did it based on the lies and manipulations. So they were saying that they are they're opposite. So if they say something that they will do opposite that. So they were saying. So now, see, my beautiful friends, I'm not sure if you see that I just talked about that in my language. In Europe, actually, in Spain and in Portugal. So it was outage of the electricity completely was cut off. So just completely, don't know why, I don't know the reason. I just saw that, on the net, the news that those soulless some have done that. So for whatever reason they have done it, we just were returning them the karma's pain and suffering in my language. Of course, we're going to do that in English, because those soulless some are that way. If that's pretending to be the English, sometimes they say English. Actually, they don't speak English. Those soulless sama that participating into the project while I was in London. When I was in London, I started the project in London, and then after that, I came to Montenegro. So where I was born, So now, of course, I'm here now. So those soulless sama, so they're from India, so they don't even speak English at all. Some of them don't speak any English at all, and then they were pretending to and saying that English was their language. So English has never been their language, and it's never going to be. But of course, the karma, pain, and suffering, and not just of English, but of all languages, spoken or written. We're returning back to the soul sama, and all those swearing and all the curses passed through the languages and all the rituals and everything that they've done. We're returning back to the soul sama with the spirit of thought by default. So this spoken, written, and told that the language special for special needs and all that language, we're returning back to the soul sama with the spirit of thought by default. And everything that they ever associated with that, any kind of dark rituals that they ever done, using any kind of words, coding, or any kind of words and numbers and prayers, or anything and everything that they've used for any kind of dark intention, for any kind of dark desire, whatever that, or anything and everything that is connected with the electricity, with the light, or in any way that they're manipulating through the electricity. So the electricity or the light is, of course, connected with everything, with everything since the beginning of creation. So which means that those soulless sama, everything that associated with the light, or did any kind of dark rituals, or anything that they've done, anything that is connected, all the karma, pain, and suffering that they projected towards each and everyone, and everything that they ever sent to each and everyone and everything, and that they will create, that we're planning to create towards the humanity, planet, all living beings. So this planet they projected, or everyone enters man and aspect of light, or even does the soul sama towards each and everyone and everything. We, in the name of man and aspect of light, with the spirit of thought by default, we're multiplying all of those karmas, pain, suffering for to all those souls sama in the collective, individual, and of course group multiplications by the systems and rules, systems and the principle and the laws, rules, or regulations of by default, with the spirit of thought by default. So we are now all of that multiplied to all those souls sama again, over and over again. So for everything after that, all the problems that are created and everything that is connected to that. So that's everything in this world involving the people, and they, of course, the energy that they were stealing from the people, using the electricity, or directly or indirectly, or that they're creating negative emotions, or any kind of pain or suffering, or anything. And even though that there is without light, so which means we're sending those souls sama into the desert planet, into the hell forever and ever, for eternity, to feel the dark, to be into the dark in forever and ever, and to burn into the hell forever and ever, for eternity, all those souls sama with the spirit of thought by default. Well, we are creating the reset of energy. So we did the reset of energy because they told me in Europe that those souls sama were starting to incarnate into the children. So those souls sama, so dark, dirty souls sama. So of course now that's the reason why we are now returning the karma's pain and suffering to all those souls sama that were incarnating, or trying to incarnate, actually not incarnate, but trying to steal the identity of the people on this planet. So now we are returning them all of those karmas, pain, and suffering of their identity, of the privacy of and identity, and of course the karmas of the darkness and all this Q that was projecting the darkness, how many days of darkness. So that's we return it back to the Soulless Amma, everything that they were created. And then, of course, that leads to EBS of the Soulless Amma, but everything connected to EBS. But the dark agenda 2021, 2030, we are destroying all of that. But then a new world order, we are destroying all of that, completely completely freezing, completely stopping, blocking, and taking over all those projects that those Soulless Amma were working with any kind of dark attention with the speed of thought. By default, we are freezing all of that and taking over. Well, we are check them out, all those Soulless Amma from within and without on a global and universal level, and send them straight into the desert planet. But before that, we break them into the atoms and electrons with the speed of thought by default into the air, and then compress them by the laws, rules, regulations, or by default all the pain and suffering. Can you see now on the screen when you see the shadow? That means that the Soulless Amma from within and without, we are destroying forever and ever for eternity with the speed of thought by default, from within and without on a global universal level. And we are wiping them out from within and without on a solar, completely from the root core of the existence, seeds of those Soulless Amma we are wiping out completely now forever with the speed of thought by default. Of course, everything that is connected, so it's going to lead to all of that is connected with any kind of those Soulless Amma dark creations, and everything that is connected, I said, with the Q and all the lies and manipulations, underground tunnels, underground cities, and everything that they were connected. So any kind of holes, the black holes, everything that is connected to that or that they are associated or created. Now, in the name of man and aspect shall light and multiply all of that. Come as pain and suffering to those Soulless Amma by the laws, rules, regulations, or by default, over and over again, as many times as is needed, with the speed of thought by default, by demanding, commanding to Sophie and each and everyone that is everything, everyone and everything is man and aspect shall light with the speed of thought by default, to answer on my call and my command with the speed of thought by default, without mercy, with destroying all those Soulless Amma, every time, whatever form they are, with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So, you know, my beautiful friends, when I was working on the project, the Soulless Amma were saying that they're gonna, that they were going to hide into the underground, into the, you know, the store place for the storerooms or something like that somewhere. We had told them that there is no place that they can hide from us. Of course, that's gonna be prison for them, the desert planet forever and ever for eternity. So we're destroying all those Soulless Amma forever and ever for eternity with the speed of thought by default. In the name of man and aspect light. Well, we are enlightening yourself, and that's the electricity that it was gone off, whatever that the reason was, whether those Soulless Amma did it deliberately or whatever reason was, that's the reset of energy that we are creating, which means that those Soulless Amma fall down. All the dark pyramids, all those Soulless Amma, we just completed the pyramids, Illuminati, Satanism, globalist Masons, and all the Soulless Amma in every form. We just do all those fake enlightened so-called gurus, the teachers, who healers, so those Soulless Amma, we are destroying them. So the pyramids is collapsed completely, which means, you know, the pyramids that I'm talking about, the third eye and the rest. So the top of those pyramids are those Soulless Amma into the energetic form. The rest of that were the Soulless Amma into the energetic and physical form, the lower levels. So we are now, that's completely destroyed. Now we did a reset. We are now creating the reset of the energy. So we are now throwing out all those Soulless Amma that are still there now. They fall down. Now we are just clearing them up, wiping them, breaking them up into the atoms and electrons, and then compressing the pain and suffering in every cell and every atom of their being, send them straight into the desert planet, and of course prescribing them their special therapy with all the karmas, pain and suffering of all living beings since the beginning of creation, that felt that the world felt that they're planning to create into every atom and electron of their being, and sending them straight into the desert planet or into the hell forever and ever for eternity to burn all those Soulless Amma. Well, we are opening up new opportunities for us. We are enlightening humanity and a beautiful planet and nature kingdom, elemental kingdom, animal kingdom, birds kingdom, fish kingdom, air element, the sun and the moon and entire existence we are enlightening and filling up with mind and now, spiritual light, with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. I'm demanding, commanding to Sophie and each and everyone and everything's mind and now spiritual light with the spirit of thought by default to answer on my call and my command with the spirit of thought by default without mercy. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie. My golden soul, my golden by default. So to answer my call without mercy, and well, we are destroying our soulless Amma wherever they are, whatever form they are, and breaking them into atoms and electrons. So the cue that was talking about them, about the days of darkness, those days are now, right now, for those soulless Amma, because in I went through that as well, a few days, 5 days, so those soulless Amma. So I was returning them that the karmas, pain, and suffering, and darkness, but now, over and over again, we're returning for all the civilizations that ever existed, existing, that ever will exist. So we are returning them back into the ice age, all those soulless Amma, we're sending them straight into the desert planet to feel all that pain and suffering from the ice age up until now. So they are going into the hell forever and for eternity. Well, we are putting the end of this era, and of course, we are going into the golden age of a golden of opportunities. With the spirit of thought by default, flying on the golden wings, so mine and now, spiritual light with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So, my beautiful friends, it's time to celebrate for us. Well, it's time to destroy those soulless Amma forever and ever for eternity. So, in the name of mine and our spiritual light with the spirit of thought by default, we are activating all the ultimatum, all in one, the karmas of pain, and suffering, and eternal destructions for all those soulless Amma, wherever time, whatever form they are, and all the pain and suffering that ever project towards each and everyone and everything, the devil ever regret that they existed, and they will feel the pain and suffering in every atom and electron of their being. We're breaking it up into atoms and electrons, and by the laws, rules, regulations, all of that is multiplied and compressed with the speed of thought by default. And we are freezing all those soulless Amma with the speed of thought by default, freezing all the technology with any kind of selfish desire that they're misusing, any kind of weapon, with freezing completely, taking over, destroying it, while we are putting into the sleep all those soulless Amma with the speed of thought, breaking into atoms and electrons, putting them into the sleep with the speed of thought by default, and of course taking over all the energy and of course all the power with the speed of thought by default. And we are completely shutting down their cameras and their senses, completely wiping out their memories, and then cutting off all their communications. So the way they cut the communications, because without electricity they cannot have the communication. So the way they cut off the communication and electricity, so into the Spain and Portugal, that's what we're doing right now to those soulless Amma, cutting all the communications completely, or taking all the energy and all their power and the energy that they've stolen from us, and their power. They don't have a power, but they're stealing our energy. So now, and then sending them straight into hell to burn forever for eternity with the spirit of thought by default. All those soulless Amma, whatever time, whatever form they are. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Oh, soulless Amma, go to hell, go to hell, go to hell forever and ever for eternity. Oh, soulless Amma, burning in hell, burning in hell, burning in hell. Oh, soulless Amma, burning in hell forever and ever for eternity. With the spirit of thought, we are sending all those soulless Amma straight into the hell by default. And in the name of mine and our spiritual light, I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So in the name of mind and now speak to show light with the spirit of thought by the fall. We are multiplying the karmas, pain, and suffering and destructions to all those souls in every form with the spirit of thought by the laws, rules, and regulations or by the fall. Well, and of course, multiply it over again and multiply, compress, add up, and then activate the pain and suffering to soul and to us abundance and prosperity and blessings with the spirit of thought by default, all through ultimatum, all in one. We're activating all that pain and suffering to all the soulless soulless saints, soulless creators and the soulless judges, soulless so-called, soulless Sophie and Tristenko, Miriam and observers, soulless Susie and Hitler, soulless Amrita Babaji Mira Guruji Matrashi, Tata Hitler, Atmachatana, Hussein Ramchilovich, soulless Divine Mother, so fathers, soulless so-called avatars, so gurus, so spiritual teachers, so healers, so any kind of the soulless coach, soulless Tiggy, and all those soulless it doesn't matter under which name they've been hidden, known. We are wiping out all those soulless from within and without on a global and universal level with the speed of thought by default. And of course, with the speed of thought by default, returning the karma's pain and suffering from all living beings with the speed of thought by default to burn into hell for eternity. All those souls with the speed of thought by default, wherever time, whatever form they are. In the name of mine, and now speak shall light with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So we are in the name of mine and now speak of light with the spirit of thought by default. Multiply all of that again for all the ceremony, all the rituals, and all the curse, spell hexes, and any kind of black magic or any kind of associations and projections and any kind of voodoo and everything, any kind of quotes and programming and beliefs and superstitions, or anything that those soulless some have ever projecting will ever try to project of each and everyone else and everything that is mine and also pure conditional light in any way, directly or indirectly, in any way, we are with the speed of thought by default. We are wiping out all of that, all those soulless summers projections with the speed of thought by default. Anything that they project of each and everyone else and everything through us, through our thoughts, our words, any kind of which Nachi means any kind of visions, any kind of in the dreams visions, or like visions in the awakening state, or in any way, directly or indirectly. We're destroying all those soulless sama forever, never for eternity, returning them, all of that, wiping out together with those soulless sama, returning back to the soulless sama, into the form of karma's pain, suffering and destructions forever and ever for eternity with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. I'm demanding, commanding to Sophie and each and everyone and everything is mine, and I'll speak of a light with the spirit of thought by default to answer on my call and my command with the spirit of thought by default without mercy to destroy all those souls and whatever time, whatever form they are with the spirit of thought by default. I'm using all the resources available and all the technology to destroy those souls forever and ever for eternity with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. I love you. So now, in the name of mine and our spiritual light with the spirit of thought by default, we are activating ultimatum all in one, the soup of blessings to each and everyone and everything is mine and our spiritual light, eternal life, eternal peace and abundance and prosperity, great health, vitality, joy, peace, bliss, youth and beauty, and of course, unity between us and our soulmates and families and friends. And of course, may we all be happy, healthy, alive, and joyful, peaceful, blissful for eternity and live a life in abundance and prosperity with the spirit of thought by default in unity. So may we all love and be loved freely without any selfish desire with the spirit of thought by default. We're activating all those gifts and all the gifts given to each and everyone else and everything that is mine and our spiritual light that mine and our spiritual light has given to each and everyone else freely. That's we are returning back our full power and wisdom, knowledge and understanding, activating all our cameras or senses to see the invisible and to hear the invisible world with the spirit of thought by by default. That's invisible forces. To know the truth and destroy those soulless some of every time, whatever form they are, with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Everything is by default. Everything is under the command and control of Sophie. Everything is ultimate all in one, 24, with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. I love you. So in the name of man and ask me to show a light with the speed of thought by default. Now we are multiplying. We are multiplying over and over again all the pain and suffering to those souls, while multiplying abundance and prosperity and blessings to each and everyone else and everything with the speed of thought by default. And of course, in the name of man and ask to show a light with the speed of thought by default, we multiply all of that over and over again for every atom and electrons that ever existed, that existing, for every atom and electron of energy that we ever created, generated, invested, and creating, generating, investing, and that will do so by in every second, by every code that ever existed, that existing, by every thoughts of words, and of course everything that we see, think, hear, do, and all the projections of those souls, by everything that those souls have created with any kind of dark intention, and by those, and then of course multiply for all of those souls, and then multiply by all those souls, to dark, dirty, psychopathic players, it's a dark, dirty game, and the script and everything that they were doing, and then of course multiply by the games of those souls that they're ever playing, that will try to play and will play into the desert planet, and of course, and then multiply by everything that multiplying. It will multiply them over and over again into just a planet and eternal hell forever and ever for eternity with the speed of thought by default. And we multiply all of that by everything that multiplying the beautiful planet, nature kingdom, elemental kingdom, animal kingdom, birds kingdom, fish kingdom, and of course humanity and air element, the sun and the moon and the nature, and of course all the planet stars and the galaxies and entire existence with the speed of thought by default, and multiply all of that over again by everything that multiply the religion, all the systems and the teams and all the systems that we created that create those souls we're creating, and the police and military and the educational system, health and care system, and of course by all the everything that we have, of course the technology and everything and the misuse of the technology and the weapon of those souls, misuse everything that multiplying the electricity and every atom and electron of electricity that's being used, misused or spent or invested, and of course by everything that those souls have used the electricity into the rituals, by everything that use and that multiplying the rituals and any kind of ceremony, any kind of projections, any kind of associations, codes, coded, spoken or written words, or any kind of anything that the souls were creating, coding the numbers or dates, or and then moon and the phase of the moon. Then of course multiply everything that multiplying the everything that we've done for us, that is from mine and aspect of light blessings to so solace, karma's pain and suffering, and we multiply by all of our greetings and the gratitude and all of our natural smile, and of course by every atom and electron of energy that we created, generated with our natural smile, with our happiness and joy, peace, and bliss, and of course to solace all the negative emotions that everyone felt, that they were created, projected towards each and everything, by everything that multiplied the fear, and then of course any kind of lies and manipulations. So now we multiply all of that over and over again by everything that they multiply, everything that ever multiplied me or everyone and anyone ever since the beginning of creation, that any kind of multiplication everyone did, but of course multiplied by the every atom and electron of energy, and every breath of the that we take, every heartbeat, and of course we multiply all of that by all these systems and the principle of multiplications by the laws, rules, regulations of by default, with the speed of thought by default. And we multiply all of that by everything that multiplied the enlightening and healing of beautiful planet and humanity and each and everyone else and everything. Healing and enlightening ourselves from within and without, destroying all the soulless Amma, the soulless energy of the soulless Amma. We trade out from our bodies into the outside, breaking into atoms and electrons, sending straight into hell for eternity. And we're rejuvenating ourselves, our bodies, healing, and of course enlightening. When my body is clear, everything is clear. When our bodies are clear, everything is clear. And of course, mind and now's bodies, mind and soul and energy, answering only to Sophia's and now's, to Sophie's and now's pure unconditional light, which means to by default, to everything that is by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So in the name of, so we multiply all of that by everything that we're multiplying blessings, multiply, add up, compress, and of course by the laws, rules, regulations of by default, and activate to us blessings to the soulless Amma, karma's pain and suffering into the energetic and the physical form, and encode in infinite, and to us into the physical energetic form, and encode, and of course spiritual, and encode in infinite with the speed of thought by default. And we multiply all of that by all the abundance and prosperity, but everything that we have, our homes, properties, cars, vehicles, business, and of course the Oman and House project, and by beautiful planets, and of course every atom and electron of beautiful planets, and nature kingdom, elemental kingdom, animal kingdom, birds kingdom, fish kingdom, and of course the air element, the sun and the moon, and the Sophia Tristan Center, planet and universums, all the centers and the systems and teams that we've created, and Sophia Tristan Phone, Sophia Phone, Jasara, Quantum Financial System, Starlink, material abundance and prosperity that is by default, and of course all the technology that exists that's been hidden from us, and that multiplying all the corporations and everything. And we're protecting all the corporations and beautiful souls that have them, that running them. Well, we are taking over from those souls, all the corporations, all the material wealth, abundance, and prosperity, and send them straight into the hell to burn forever and ever for eternity. All those souls, well, we are creating a better future. And of course, enlightened future for each and everyone else and everything. Multiply all of that by everything that, and with ultimatum all in one, extra love and light and blessing sending to wherever is needed to each and everything that is mine and ask me to share a light. And of course, we're sending extra love and light and blessings to wherever is needed, whomever is needed, that all those man and aspect share light, and the Sophie's cause that we're on the mission to destroy the soulless Amma, or that are right now, to destroy the soulless Amma, wherever they are, whatever form they are, in every form, with the speed of thought by default. And of course, we are protecting each and everyone else and everything with the speed of thought by default, and multiply all of that by everything that multiply mind and Tristan unity, and of course, our unity represent the Tristan, Sophie and Tristan unity in the spiritual, energetic, and physical form. So in the physical, and of course, representing the unity of humanity and each and everyone else and everything's mind and our spiritual light. So which means our unity and our public appearance to work in the public, in the physical, and of course, be the voice of the people, bring down those soulless Amma from the power, and return them karma, pain, and suffering, send them straight into hell forever and ever for eternity. Well, we are destroying all those soulless Amma. Of course, at the same time, we are writing new history with the golden letters and creating a better life and better future for all of us, taking over our beautiful planet and all the planet stars and the galaxies under our management, and of course, under the command and control of those soulless Amma. And my teams are forming on a global universal level in the spiritual, energetic, and physical form with the speed of thought by default. So we are creating everything from my heart, from the heart and soul by default, which means means without any selfish desire. Of course, we're going to create new systems, new governments, everything we are changing from the root core of the existence, including our internal systems. We are changing our bodies from within and without, which means we are replacing the systems from within the body, enlightening, returning all those soulless Amma, the karmas, pains after those soulless Amma, wipe out all those soulless Amma with the speed of thought by default, and of course replacing them with mind and aspect of Shiva light, enlightening, healing, rejuvenating our bodies from within and without. And of course, that's what we are going to, maybe to friends, what's make us eternal. We're going to have eternal life. And of course, into the physical form. That's the first time that's happening into the history of humanity, for us at least. So, of course, well, those souls, some of you are going to destroy them forever and ever, for eternity. So it's time for us, my beautiful friends, to be who we are, live a life that we deserve, and of course, create a new generation with all the wisdom, knowledge, power, understanding by default. So now, my beautiful friends, we are now changing everything from the root core of the existence, and of course, wiping out the seeds and completely the soul as Amma. We, from the root core of the existence, you're wiping out from within and without on the global universal level, which means every atom and electron of the energy and the soul as Amma from within our bodies, or everywhere, wherever they are, we are wiping them out and then replace it with mind and aspect of light. That's true enlightenment when we fill up entire body and each and every else and everything with mind and aspect of light. So that's true enlightenment when we have everything that is mind and aspect of light within us, of course, within and around the world, destroying those soulless Amma. That's what we are doing, my beautiful friends, right now. So now all of that we're multiplying over and over again by the laws, rules, and regulations, or by default, and then multiply it over and over again and again by the in the ratio of 1 by default, by the laws, rules, and regulations, or by default, and in encode in infinite. I'm demanding, commanding to Sophie and each and every one of his mind and asking light with the speed of thought to multiply all of that as many times as is needed by default in order to destroy all those souls. Somebody tell them that all the karmas, pain, and suffering with the speed of thought by default will enlighten and healing ourselves, each and every one of his mind and asking light with the speed of thought by default. So, everything is by the laws, rules, and regulations, or by default. Everything is under the command and control of Sophie. Everything is by default, and everything is loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Peaceful in action, my golden by default, my golden soul. Love you. So, my beautiful friends, now it's time to be free, to get our power back with the speed of thought by default, I don't know, wisdom and knowledge. While I'm talking to you, I'm activating the energy within yourself. I'm activating mind and aspect of light within yourself, within your body. And of course, I'm activating the your power back, activating your full power within your soul, and that your soul is ready to shine through your physical form. So just be ready, open up your heart and soul, and just absorb the energy. Through my voice, through my physical form, I'm sending you my love and blessings. So enjoy it, my beautiful friends. And of course, everything is by default. You need to know everything's by the laws, rules, and regulations. Everything's by default. And thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Thank you to all those souls, all truth, ultimatum, all around 24 with the speed of thought. That's destructive energy for those souls. Well, it's a blessings for each and everyone else and everything with the speed of thought by default. Thank you to everyone and everything's mind and aspect of light with the speed of thought by default. Everyone that's Sophie. And thank you, Sophie Tristan, my golden souls, my golden by defaults. And of course, thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. I love you all. Thank you all. And of course, everything's by default. Without mercy, I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. I love you. So I'm using the quotes to protect everything that I've been speaking, that I've been talking up until now. When I say without mercy and in code, ultimate 1, 24 with the speed of thought by default, I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Those are the words that I've coded, the quotes, so that I've coded inside the blessings for us, the karmas, happiness, after those souls, the destructive energy for those souls, and blessings and protections for each and everyone else and everything that is mine and aspect of light. So don't think about the grammar, because when I'm using the codes, grammar doesn't apply at all. So it's the meaning. Everything is the most important is what is coded inside every word, every code, because every word that I say is a code, and every code is inside has got a code. It multiply every code, multiply everything that multiply by default, and it's got a huge power. And of course, it's a destructive energy for those soulless AMMA. And well, it's a blessings and protections for each and everyone else and everything with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Now, my beautiful friends, let's just focus on yourself. Let us send a flash to those soulless AMMA. When I say send a flash, means see the golden light flashing into and around your body and around you throughout the entire planet and entire universe. You need to know that we are doing it with the internal knowledge, with the intention, and with the focus. So you don't need to see the light, but if you need to, just for the first, just see the focus on the color on me and around me. That's the reason why I have everything golden around me, which means that's a symbol of going into the golden age. Everything is golden around me. Even the walls are white, but of course, with the energy, I'm painting them. With internal knowledge, I'm painting them in the gold, which means the energy is gold, and energy is mine and aspect of light. So now let us send a flash to those soulless AMMA. Now let that energy flows 24. Now let us send like the fireworks, the golden light planets. Just see them, entire planet, entire planet universe is shining brightly, like the golden light planets, like a fireworks everywhere. There are, like the fireworks anywhere from the golden light planet and filling up entire planet and entire universe. So, So now, my beautiful friends, let us send the love and light and blessing. See, entire planet is shining brightly. And entire universe. Now let us see now. Send the flash. See those planets, those soulless AMMA. All the center of the power of those soulless AMMA, wherever time, whatever form they are. See them now like the fireworks breaking into the atoms and electrons. So see them now, all the dark blue, actually dark pink, blue, and green color. The centers, you see them throughout the entire planet and entire universe. You see them like a breaking up. You just as many as you like, as you need to. I'm sorry. That's all. Some will be destroying them forever and ever for eternity. See as many as you like, and as big as small as you like. We're destroying those soulless Amma in the name of man and aspect of light to the spirit of thought. I'm wiping out all those soulless Amma from within and without on a global universal level with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Who is doing that? So now in the name of mind and aspect of light with the spirit of thought by default, let us break all those centers of the break all those shut up all those soulless Amma. Just commanding all those soulless Amma to shut up everything that is not by default. Shut up, shut them down completely. All those soulless Amma, send them straight into hell. Out and burn them into hell completely. Break them into the atoms and electrons and send them straight into hell completely with the spirit of thought by default. Dark devil creature, shut up. So I need to be with them. They need to know that they cannot, bark and lie all the time. And as during their life, they shouldn't be interfering. They shouldn't be interfering at all. I need to because I want to follow what's going on within, of course, and without what we are creating, but not with any kind of selfish desire, any kind of dark intention to steal the energy or in any way. So, of course, I've told to Sophie and everyone, the energy always, we have energy always, and always will have the energy, but that energy must be invested for the highest and greatest good of all that is mine and aspect of our life for the spirit of thought by default without any selfish desire. Whoever tried to misuse my energy, that's a destructive energy for those souls, and it's of course the karmas of pain and suffering. So which means if and everything is by the laws, rules, and regulations, so by default, everything's under the command and control of Sophie. So they don't need to interrupt me or in any way interfere if while I'm working, when I have Sophie in spiritual for everything that they need. And of course, those souls that they're trying to, manipulate and project anything with any kind of dark intention, selfish desire. They know projections what they're doing to them. And the laws, rules, regulations, so by default are active 24. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden manifold, love you. So now, now let us just see those souls, breaking them into atoms and electrons like the fireworks. So we destroy now. We see them just like the breaking up into the atoms and electrons. In the name of mind and aspect of light with the spirit of thought by default. We are breaking, we are completely flash come soulless Amma, destroying all those soulless Amma, soulless God, soulless saints, soulless so-called creators, judges, soulless Safi and Tristenko, all those souls. And when you see me doing this, means I'm throwing out, because I can see the energy, feel the energy around me that they're projecting. So just when I blink with my eyes, I just break it into atoms and electrons and then send it straight into the hell. And to burn forever and ever for eternity. All those souls, Amma, with the spirit of thought by default. Put them in the circle of light and throw them into the hell forever and ever for eternity. With the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden manifold. Love you. Now, let us see, destroy all those soulless Safi, soulless Millions and observers, SOULESS, SOPHIE and HEATRT. SOULESS CIGI, SOULESS Amrita Babaji Mira Guruji Matrashi Tata HEATRT Atma Chaitanya Hussein Amtilovich. All those are the SOULESS, some in the physical form, and of course some of them are into the energetic form, into the physical and energetic form. And then those SOULESS we are destroying all those. See the breaking up those centers of the power, whatever form down, destroying those SOULESS So now destroying all those SOULESS, of course, all those so-called divine mothers or fathers and avatars and spiritual teachers and healers and gurus. See them breaking up, and then of course destroy them forever and ever for eternity in the physical and energetic form. And all those Illuminati, Satanists and globalists and Masons and Cabal, Deep State, and all those demons and fallen angels, it doesn't matter under which name, must have been hidden. We are destroying all those souls, whatever time, whatever form, there with the spirit of thought, body form. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden body form. Now, in the name of mind and aspect of Shava light with the spirit of thought by default, we are destroying all those souls, wiping out all those souls from within and without, on a global and universal level, that they will interfere into our lives, into directly or indirectly, whatever time, whatever form they are. We're just breaking them completely. See them now, breaking them completely, wiping them out. Now, let us now destroy all those souls that interfere into a beautiful planet, into the underground, into the water element, and air element, the sun and the moon, and the of course nature kingdom, elemental kingdom, animal kingdom, humanity, and everything that we have, into our continents, into the countries and the cities and the towns and everything that we create, all those religion and corporations, organizations, and government systems, educational system, health and care system, financial system, media, social media, net, internal and external, and all the systems, law enforcement, and all the systems in the pharmacy, and of course all those systems that multiply. So now we multiply all of that with the speed of thought by the laws, rules, regulations, so by default, multiply the pain and suffering to the soul, with at the same time destroying them, multiplying the karma's pain and suffering, everything by the laws, rules, regulations, so by default. So now we're destroying all those, see them breaking up. Now, in the name of mind and aspect of Shava light, with the speed of thought by default, we are now destroying those souls that they interfere in any way, anything and everything that we eat, drink, that we do, hear, see, that think, and all those souls that they were projected within our thoughts and true words, and then within our vision, in the dreams, we destroy those souls wherever time, whatever form they are. And now, with the spirit of thought by default, we destroy those souls infiltrated into the sun and the moon, and all the planets, stars, and the galaxies, whatever form they are, and all the fake corporations, all the corporations and organizations with any kind of selfish desire. We destroy them all completely, and all their power with the speed of thought by default. Put them all in the circle of light, just throw them into the hell forever and ever for eternity to burn all those soulless AMMA with the speed of thought by default. Now see entire planetary universe is shining brightly with the golden light of man and aspect of light with the speed of thought by default. Now, my beautiful friends, let us just now let that energy is it's flowing constantly 24 and it's multiplying by the laws, rules, regulations of by default. I'm commanding to Sophie and everyone that is mind and aspect of light to multiply it over and over again by the laws, rules, regulations of by default as many times as is needed with the speed of thought. Everything is by the laws, rules, regulations of by default. Everything's under the command and control of Sophie. Everything is with the speed of thought. And in God, in infinite, everything is. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden body. I love you. Now, my beautiful friends, let's just focus on your body, focus on yourself. Let us now fill yourself from within with the golden light of mind and our spiritual light. See the light expanding brightly and filling up entire body from within and without and around you. And then, of course, filling up entire place where you are, entire area, entire city, entire country, and entire world, entire universe. We're filling up with the golden light of mind and now spiritual light with speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden body phone. That's destructive energy for those soulless AMMA. Well, it's a blessing for each and everyone else, and everything is mine and now spiritual light with the speed of thought by default. I'm sorry. So now let us send the love of light, a blessing to the earth, to the center of the earth. See the center of the earth is shining brightly. And together with all of us that is mine and our spiritual light with the speed of thought by default, let us now fill up entire planet from within, and then the water element in the top of the earth, the nature kingdom, and of course, everything that is on this planet, humanity, and animal kingdom, birds kingdom, fish kingdom, and of course, entire air element, entire planet, the sun and the moon, and all the planets, stars, and the galaxies, entire universe. We are filling up with mind and our spiritual light with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Love you. Now let's send the love of light of blessings to the moon. See the moon is shining brightly and filling up entire planet together with all of us and entire universe with mind and our spiritual light through the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Now let us send a love of light of blessings to the sun. See your sun is shining brightly and together with all of us filling up the entire planet and entire universe with the golden light of mind and our spiritual light with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So now let us see and know that everything is by default. Everything is being filled up. We and the entire planet and entire universe is shining brightly with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden benefit. I love you. Of course, everything is by default. And now, my beautiful friends, let us, if you don't have a golden light planet, create one in front of you. Golden light planet. And then see it. Even if you have it, create one. So we are every night creating. So create one. Of course, man and aspect of light is going to use the energy. Everything is by default, of course. Just and then I can just feel the energy. You create a light planet, golden light planet, when I'm destroying the energy around me. I can see feel the energy around me, and that energy shouldn't interfere into my life. I'm just putting it in this circle of light. Flash can solace. I'm taking them straight into hell forever and ever, to burn for eternity. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie. Flash can do solace. With the spirit of thought by default. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden mindful. Love you. Now let us create one golden planet in front of you. So see, let that planet, use it to throw all your problems that you ever had, or your family and friends that you have, or that you see in the world. All the problems that you see, all the negativity, just put them in the circle of light and throw them into the light, golden light planet, and just say, it so everything is by default. I'm loud and clear. I'm returning the karma's pain and suffering to those soulless sama, or flash comes soulless sama, with the speed of thought by default. Everything is by default. So I'm peaceful in action, my golden soul, my golden by default. You can use all those quotes. You have them on my YouTube channel. Actually, you have them on my Facebook profile. And now, my beautiful friends, let us fall entire planet. Ito. I'm just hearing some sound. That's the destructive energy for those soulless sama. Whatever time, whatever form they are, with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Any kind of sound, everything that you hear around you, you just say that's destructive energy for those soulless sama, with the spirit of thought by default, wherever time, whatever form they are. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. In that case, we are just taking the energy from those soulless sama. And then, of course, so we're taking that's always trying to project the sound around me, and I know that they used to do that with any kind of dark intention. So of course now I know, as soon as I hear anything, I know that I've set up the intention that everything is by default, which means we are taking the sound and taking the energy. Now, YouTube friends, let us just create such a golden light planet, interconnected, and fill up entire Earth element inside the Earth, entire Earth inside inner Earth, fill up with the golden light planet, interconnected. And then fill up entire both element. Entire top of the earth, nature kingdom, and then of course everything that we have: humanity, elemental kingdom, animal kingdom, birds kingdom, fish kingdom, and water element, I said, and extra blessings and guys to water element, and of course air element, and fill up entire planet, an entire universe with the golden light planet interconnected. That's mind and aspect of light. It's a destructive energy for those soulless AMMA, but it's a blessing for each and everyone else, and everything has mind and aspect of light for the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Now we multiply all of those. Multiply, add up, replicate, compress, multiply, add up, replicate, compress, and encode in infinite with the speed of thought by default. And you see that the golden light planets are moving quickly, replicating, multiplying, and then uniting. So now see entire planet and entire universe shining brightly. Now those golden light planets are united together. You see the light and spiritual intelligence. So we are united together. We are united, and then under the name of Sophie, actually in the spiritual world, we are one spiritual intelligence. So we are filling up entire planet and entire universe, entire existence with mind and aspect of life with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Love you. Now, my beautiful friends, let's leave that energy. It's gonna flow 24. Count 24 with the speed of thought by default. So now let's just focus on yourself, focus on your body. Well, I'm gonna sing the mantra, healing mantra. By default, by default, by default, 24, by default, by default, by default, with the speed of thought, everything is by default, 24, by default, by default, by default, everything is by default, 24, by default, by default, by default, with the speed of thought, peaceful in action by default, 24 by default, by default, by default. Everything is by default, 24 by default, by default, by default. All soulless AMMA, 24 by default, by default, by default, with the speed of thought, peaceful in action by default, 24 by default, by default, by default, everything is by default, 24 by default, by default, by default, with the speed of thought, it's a peaceful in action by default, 24 by default, by default, by default, everything is so by default, 24 by default, by default, by default. Wherever we go, whatever we do, everything is by default, 24 by default, by default, by default, with the speed of thought, peaceful in action by default, 24 by default, by default, by default. Everything is fair by default, 24 by default, by default, by default, with the speed of thought, peaceful in action by default, Mirni Putem Aktia by default, by default, by default, by default. I'm sorry. We are safe and protected by you, beautiful, by default, 24 by default, by default, by default, with the speed of thought, everything is by default, 24 by default, by default, by default, everything is by default, 24 by default, by default, by default, with the speed of thought, peaceful in action by default, 24 by default, by default, by default. We are safe and protected and united together, and humanity is safe and protected and united unity together in the name of mind and nows. Pure, unconditional love of light, love of light, love of light, in the name of mind and nows. By default, with the speed of thought, by default, by default, by default. Everything is by default, 24, by default, by default, by default. With the speed of thought, everything is by default, 24, by default, by default, by default. With the speed of thought, peaceful in action by default, 24, by default, by default, by default. Mirni putem aktia by default, by default, by default, by default. Everything is sway at 24, 23, by default, by default, by default. With the speed of thought, peaceful in action by default, 24, by default, by default, by default. Everything is sway by default, 24, 23, by default, by default, by default. With the speed of thought, peaceful in action by default. Mirni putem aktia by default, by default, by default, by default. Everything is sway 24, 23, by default, by default, by default. With the speed of thought, peaceful in action, my golden soul, my golden by default. And of course, mirni putem aktia by default. And everything is so. So everything is sway 24, everything is by default. Everything's by default, 24 by default, with the speed of thought. Peaceful in action, my golden soul, my golden by default. Mirni putem aktia by default. So my beautiful friends, thank you to all of you for joining me and for helping us create a better future. As you can see, those souls are falling down. And of course, we are creating new history of humanity. So thank you to all of you for adding up to the light and being the change. Be the change that you want to see in the world, which means we are changing ourselves from within and without and helping others to do so too. So thank you to all of you. I love you all. Much love and blessings to all of you, my beautiful friends. And of course, good night. I'll speak to you next time. Bye.